All right, Shalom Makim, Bagwaf. First and foremost, before we start, we want to give all the praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakarash. Double to the elder apostles of the great millstone who well, and as always, peace and salutations to the lawful elect tabernacle of David, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And we just, let the spirit flow. We didn't have a set topic because, we can go in many directions. There's a lot, always a lot going on. And you got, ridiculous doctrines that we can always, touch on, but also there's always prophecy too. There's a lot, going on, out in the world, and we just filter it, through the word. All right. Matter of fact, if somebody can give me First Peter 4:7.
It's First Peter 4, verse 7, and it reads, "But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer."
Yeah, we got to be on point, as far as keeping up with world events and things that are happening, because that indicates that we're getting closer to the end. Romans 13.
I got it.
That's the spirit.
Romans 13:11. And then knowing the time that it is high time to awake out of sleep.
Yeah, there's not time to be asleep. It's not time for you to be laxed. All right, it's a lot going on. So your third eye got to stay open. You got to be aware. You got to be circumspect. Constantly watching for what this devil is doing. All right, watching over these false prophets and what they're feeding Israel.
Watching over the flock.
Watching over the flock.
If I may hop in, when you're speaking about the false prophets, hey, you gotta watch these doctrines, man.
Yes.
See these other groups that like a prime example to bring them to the forefront. Sakari, they teach most of what Great Millstone teaches, but they go off in certain areas that pervert the doctrine.
Right.
And so you gotta be on your watch to notice and see those things, to be aware of it, because you'll be able to follow somebody down to a ditch, because it looked like they were going the right way, but at the last minute, a misunderstanding in their doctrine can cause some to fall.
That's right. Go ahead.
I'll start the talk again. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed.
Mm-hmm. Salvation is getting closer, man. All right, and we're just constantly, watching, which is basically, keeping post. All right, watching out for the prophecies, measuring the times diligently in itself. The Lord spoke of there being signs and wonders in the heavens. There will be, brothers and sisters would dream dreams. They would have visions. All right, you recently had a situation like that with a sister, where she saw a cloud that it resembled the face of Yahushai. And that's we're gonna start seeing stuff like that. Strange sights in the heavens, the strange signs, fearful sights.
I was at the gym earlier. It was Telemundo, and it was like inside a barbershop or some shit. And the stool was just moving, and everybody just ran up out the barbershop. Apparitions, man. Apparitions gonna start becoming more and more, frequently, man. Right in front of people, big crowds, everything, man.
Where they couldn't deny it.
Yep.
Right. And when things like that take place, the world is not going to have any answers as to what's going on. That's why you got to be hearkening unto the service of prophets, because we know what's going on.
To land back off what you said, you remember the video of the pastor's house?
Oh yeah.
He said it looked like oars was floating in his house when he was looking at the camera.
Mm-hmm.
But he's supposed to be a pastor. Right. So he should have known, the spiritual meaning behind what was happening in his own house, man.
Right.
But he was completely, stuck. Had no clue of what was going on.
And all the demons in his house.
Kind.
Because he wasn't in the right spirit.
Yep.
Right.
Kind.
I got something. 2 Ezra 6:20. And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I show these tokens, the books shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see all together.
this age is beginning to vanish away. The world as we know it is beginning to vanish away. This white man's rulership is vanishing away. We're watching the collapse right before our eyes. The infrastructure is collapsing. Think about it. We don't know if a building will fall out, fall out the sky. We don't know if a bridge will fall. We don't know. This is how weak this infrastructure, this place is right now. Anything can collapse at any time. It's not far-fetched to believe it.
Yeah.
As well as they can't even bring in the goods off the ships. That's gonna collapse the economy.
They don't land back off that. They don't have truckers to drive these from these warehouses to these specific cities. Also,
I was talking to a trucker at work, and he was saying, like, man, what's it like out there? He said, it's hell. Basically, because it's at a time now where gas is at the edge of where they can't really comfortably afford that job, but there's a lot of work, so you're not making the money you would make performing, bringing the trucks in, the loads in, if you will. But the number of them you can make money. What are you doing? You're wearing yourself out.
Yeah.
So how long before a trucker falls asleep, crashes, and all those other things? There's only so much time, so much one person can do behind the wheel.
Yeah, and that's another thing, because now they're reporting that millions of Americans are walking away from their jobs, they're quitting their jobs. And what's really happening is a lot of these people that's working these jobs, they're taking that load, that heavy load of work because of the lack of staff and employment. So they're carrying all this extra weight with less overwhelmed work because there's less workers, and they figure, why should I even still work if I'm still only getting paid this amount?
And another thing to add to that is, with them raising the minimum wage and they're increasing the wages, these companies can't afford to have as many employees. So then they have to lay people off. If everyone can make $15 to $20, say $15 to $20 the medium, where they start people off at. They can't pay these people. They can't afford to have 100 workers.
Right.
Right.
And that's all of that is beside the mandates.
Right.
Yeah.
They're really fighting on these mandates, but that ain't gonna send people back to work.
Right. Yeah. So that's gonna cause internal breakdown of the economy.
Right.
Because now people are walking away. What extra employees are you going to use to keep everything servicing? So this place is beginning to it's been deteriorating, but it's really getting worse and worse.
This is it. This is the collapse is right before us.
Yeah.
One event is gonna finish this place.
Yeah.
And I mean before the real martial law World War III events come. There's gonna be another one. We're watching it though.
Yeah.
They will Terry wait for it. It will come. It will not Terry.
There was more.
No, that was it. That was point.
That was it. If somebody want to get the Isaiah 19, work for Egypt.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because ultimately Esau, he actually, the reaction from the people where they're leaving their businesses, he wants that to happen.
Yeah.
He wants that to happen because this is going to be a slow takeover of artificial intelligence. He wants to replace a lot of these workers with AI.
Automation,
automated systems, because everything is going digital.
And a lot of those automated systems are already having test runs in mainly China, places like Dubai, where everything is just done off a machine. And what they do, they have a few engineers that can manage or maintain the machines, and that's it.
It seemed like within the engineering world, it was a time basically when you had to have a team of surveyors go out into the land, to stake it, to put certain elevations where they have back of curbs and all of those different things. But now, they just do it one person who's drone certified, and that drone is going to take the whole picture of the land and have all the topography and elevations done, man. So that cuts out a bunch of jobs. You know, so a lot of people ain't gonna be able to feed their families just because the advancement of technology, man.
And you're gonna have all these people. What are all these people gonna do that don't have jobs? Where are they gonna go? What are they gonna, you know? Because everything that we're speaking of is technology attached to all of it. So if you don't get down with technology, where are you gonna be?
Universal basic income.
Yeah,
That's what's next.
So he's just gonna pay you to basically be at home.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
But you're still gonna be living under the poverty line. You gonna live real bad.
Yeah.
That's why he got was talking about the VR, the virtual reality, the bread and circuses and all that shit to dumb you down to you know, basically living in an entertainment, man. Where everything else is just falling, crumbling, you know, right outside.
Almost like to them an escape from what reality.
False reality.
Well, let me say it like this. That's what the significance of the movie The Matrix was. The original movie, the first one. Because everybody was really plugged in to that system. You know, basically they had the VR on, they had the senses that their body could feel and all of that. And so they believed it was all brain signal, but they lived inside of an alternate reality.
Right.
It wasn't real. That's why he could see things in that movie that's real. Like the real with that little microchip thing went into his stomach, you know, and all of this other stuff in the movie, because it wasn't actual physical reality. Well, that's gonna be where your resting place is, and that's why when Morpheus pulled him out, he said, "If you could go back, would you really want to?" Right. But that's why the other guy wanted to go back, because like, man, I'm cold all the time, eating this slop every damn day. The shit is sentinels everywhere. Shit is whack. But in that world, it was like what's the word? Like I can't think of the word I'm looking for. Basically, it was a sense of you can just enjoy regular life. Right. And that's the show. Yeah. Exactly right. That's what they're offering you now. But you really physically are just building into their system.
It's a utopia for them.
Yeah, for them.
Yeah. But it's a dystopia for us. Right. You know, it's a future technocratic prison.
Yeah.
That they're gonna put you into. You know, so this devil. That's why the scriptures talk about how, you know, he's gonna try to, you know, forward his enterprise, but the Most High is gonna disappoint him, because he has to. The Lord's gonna have to run interference on this devil, man. Because if he gets that extra time, this devil gonna really try to fulfill that shit, man. That's wicked as all hell, but that's what he wants.
He's not far off either.
Yes, sir.
This is Job 5:12, which you just quoted. He disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
And that's why the Lord is, and that's why there's going to be a lot of resistance in the world, because you're going to have some people that think, this is a new norm, or this is convenient, or this is pretty cool.
It's innovative.
But you're going to have others that's like, no, we're not going to. Hell no.
Same thing with the juice right now. You know, people thinking that this is this new medicine that they've been developing over the years is you know, medicine hasn't evolved and all that stuff. But there are people out there that are opposed to it because they see the reactions, what they call them, side effects or whatever. So it's going to be opposition, definitely. You know, and a lot of the opposition is coming from Edomites. Our people, they just lay down, and you know, majority of them just lay down and let Esau, you know, do as they want.
Hey, because they can't be the same powerhouse in the digital world as they were in the physical world. Because in the physical world, your white skin got you in and out of shit, you know, all day. But now you can fake with your gender, you can fake whatever you want in the digital world. You can be a kid forever.
A robot.
Yeah, you can be whatever you want to be. And that equals the playing field for you. And that's the last thing they want. Talk about the regular Joe Blow Edomites, not the elite. The elite ain't got to play that game.
Yeah, Isaiah, right?
Yeah, I got that Isaiah 14 and 19 and start at 14. It's Isaiah 19 and verse 14. The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. And they have caused Egypt to err.
Yeah, that's basically the Lord is he's put a spirit of confusion amongst the chief people that runs this particular society. You got the Congress, you got the president, you got all these different nobles, but when they come together and they have these councils, they think that when they forward it, that it's going to be some type of success. But really, every move that they're making through these councils is causing more deterioration. It's causing more dissension between the people. Like Sleepy Joe, he think that him pumping more money into the system, inflating. He thinks that he's actually increasing the value. That's how going this guy is. He think that he's actually revamping the economy by printing all this extra money, but all he's doing is worsening.
Digging a bigger hole.
He's digging a bigger hole. And then I saw a video where he was talking about the wages, how the wages is, and the people
they got more money.
They got more money, so they got the $1,400, and then they got the $300 every month. So the people should be all right. What the hell are you talking about?
I think it's 1970 or some shit. Maybe you can get away with that in 1970. $1,400, $300.
The dude losing his faculties, man.
The great Negro.
Yeah.
He's just
the great Negro.
Negro picture.
Yeah,
this dude is.
He's just a puppet.
Yeah. I got a pretty.
Yeah.
In Psalm 73 and 8, it says they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily.
That's Sleepy Joe all the way.
Yeah, gosh.
The great Negro. That's the same devil, man. It's the old Joe that he did the crime bill, and he didn't agree with integration in the schools. The same devil, man.
And then there was our people that were crying for this guy to be in office.
Yeah.
Now they want him out, man.
They're celebrating the streets. Remember that?
You rarely even hear from this guy.
Yeah.
He never, really talks to the press. You haven't heard from Harris since when? Never, really? I don't remember.
Shoot, little kids at school.
Yeah, man.
She's been outside of the country for most of the time.
She's more than likely just sitting back playing her position for him to die or, to be removed, and then she would step on in.
Yeah.
That's what it's, we don't know, but that's what it's looking like.
Yeah.
Because even the Democrats, they don't even want
Yeah,
they don't want him back.
Nobody wants. But he's not on the same wavelength as a Democrat or Republican. He's on the elite.
Yeah.
So he's pushing that. They got the MK Ultra on him. They got clones. They got all that. The worst fears, man. They got him, programmed basically to do whatever they need him to do, and he's doing it. And they can blame him being senile on it.
Yeah. They just gotta keep him alive.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah, well, going back to the money supply, it says Habakkuk, the second chapter, he's gonna live off basically heavy debt.
Yeah.
So that's what the society is based on, heavy debt. And that's how the society is gonna go out.
And you hold, and basically you, the citizens, you hold the debt.
I was gonna say.
Your debt slave.
And the citizens pay that debt.
Pay that debt with debt.
Yeah. How do you think they can give money to Israel and all these other countries? Because the people are paying that debt.
You're being taxed
Yeah.
heavily.
Once you can't pay the debt, you're gonna have wars spring up.
You can go back. You read it again?
Yeah. Isaiah 19 and 14. The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit.
Yep.
Neither shall there be any work for Egypt.
Neither shall there be any work for Egypt. Because you got a dumbass puppet president. I don't know what the hell he would, and shit is just deteriorating. Things ain't going smooth. And you could just tell that a lot of these people, that so-called American dream, that shit is flying out. Is out. They don't believe that shit no more. The Lord is taking the mirth away from this place.
Right.
You can't even, so you're not working. This devil ain't giving you monthly aid.
They cut it off.
Cut the shit off.
Small
A lot of people
businesses
that's
going out.
without work. Small businesses still going down the drain.
Yeah.
Inflation.
Constant inflation, constant taxation.
To get good meat, you gotta spend like 5-7 times the amount it used to be.
I heard on the news today, they said if you want steak, it's almost like they compared it to like a wine dinner or something like that.
Oh yeah,
It's
that shit is high as hell.
Yeah.
You got crazy ass looming gas prices, man.
Yeah.
Some cities in Cali, that shit $6. Yeah, man. And it's only gonna get worse.
That's gonna do is almost like a reaction. They already said that they wanted everyone to go electric. With these gas prices rising, they're gonna let me get an electric car now, and it's kind of seducing the people to buy into that. So they can, because they about to crash the dollar, and the only thing that's keeping the dollar alive is the
belief in it.
Yeah, the belief in the petrol, the oil, yeah.
Well, I mean, back in August, United States, basically the petrodollar doesn't have any more power.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just living off belief of it.
Oh, good.
Because back in April when the dollar it crashed to like -32 or some shit back in April.
Yeah.
So that's when it started. That whole power behind the petrodollar and shit is done now.
Yeah.
In Saudi Arabia, they basically signed with Russia to protect them and supply Russia with the oil now. Man.
Right.
So America's just by itself, man. And the European countries, they're doing deals with Iran, Russia, so America's by itself. It's done, man.
Yep. And that's why it also says in that same chapter that you'll have Egyptian against Egyptian. Verse 2. Everybody's not going to agree with the decisions being made.
You got certain governors going against the mandates, and
judges, the federal court, going against the mandates.
Remember that sheriff out in Orange County or somewhere that wasn't going to enforce it. So the division this place is already divided, but the division is rising. We always go into is kingdom against kingdom, nation against nation. It's going to be state against state. It's going to be red against blue, upper class, lower class. It's going to be division all amongst America.
They're already making it a woke versus sleep.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to represent the sleep, but who is, because they're still fully bought into this society going back to how it was. They're not into the destabilization and the collapse of this place. They want to hold it with toothpicks or whatever they can do to try to hold this place up.
I got a quick precept. Matthew 12:25, and Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand?
And this is the Lord plaguing this place. Because he said he would plague Egypt as before. So this is just the beginning of it.
He's gonna multiply them plagues, man. See, the Most High is gonna make it very uneasy, because like it tells you in the prophecy that thou that dwellest carelessly, you're given to pleasure. So you think everything is easy, but the Lord's gonna make it uneasy. He's gonna take away the pleasure of this wicked place. All right, and that's dealing with the travail, the birth pains, the labor pains. It's only going to get worse and worse. You see the inflation increasing. That's the increasing of the travail.
Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet.
You know?
Inflation.
You think it's hard now? You struggling at the gas pump? Just wait. You go to the grocery market. You think it's ridiculous how much steak costs and chicken right now? Just wait.
That's what makes what we was talking about, that VR, metaverse and everything. It's so true about it. Because even in the Matrix, he was eating that steak, remember?
They had some shit on, I seen some VR, and they was like giving them, like, say it was this, like, but it wasn't like real food. Right. Yeah. But they had, in the VR, it looked like it was eating a steak or something. They would just, and it would make it feel, yeah.
Exactly the point.
That's just,
so at the gas pump, you're not gonna be able to go nowhere. So guess what you do? You put the VR on and you go for a trip with VR.
Beta, what's it called?
Metaverse.
This is what they're lining up for you. This is how they're gonna compensate you to be eternal slaves.
It's an escape from reality in the reality.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Watch that movie, Ready Player One. That's exactly how Esau wanted to go down. That's predictive program right there. Elysium.
Yeah. That's what they're attempting to do now with the Elon Musk and Bezos.
Yep.
They're talking about like going to space like I seen something. It was like, man, I'm gonna look it up because it was something ridiculous. Like they made it seem like going to space was going to be like just something like a vacation, almost,
Like coming to Vegas.
Yeah.
The devil proud, man.
Yeah.
This is I got something real quick. This is Psalms 140:8. It says, "Grant not, O Yahweh, the desires of the wicked. Further not his wicked device, lest they exalt themselves." Salah. And that's pretty much what they're trying to do. They're trying to further their new world order, their new technocracy. Here it is. That's basically what it boils down to. They're gonna gain control of the world, using a technocratic system where everything is going to be open and pretty much pushed to the public. There's no privacy, there's no freedom, no nothing. They already introduced in certain states the digital ID. And that digital ID, they say, is going to come with a social credit score.
Yeah.
So they're already beginning that model is already instituted in China. So it was only a matter of time before they introduced it over here to the States.
Very well.
Because this is what the elites want. You see?
I have that. Let me read the title of the article real quick. It Jeff Bezos predicts humans born in space will visit Earth the way you visit Yellowstone.
Wow.
They will visit Earth.
Visit Earth, yeah. So this is they're thinking, basically saying that Earth is going to be secondary to those rich elites, and just like the Elysium, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Obadiah habitation on high.
Yeah. You want to bring it up first?
Obadiah. Yeah, this devil proud as hell, man.
Toward the beginning, chapter
1 and 3.
Yeah, 3.
Obadiah 1 and 3. The pride of thine heart has deceived thee, that thou dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, the
he really believe, exactly. Yeah. He really believe he can accomplish these things.
Yeah.
He really believed that no one can stop him. He figures the Most High is not interfering in that thus far, that he ain't gonna stop him now.
Because behind the scenes, that people don't know that they're already doing this shit. Just because they're not talking about it on the news and Bezos and Elon Musk, they already got stuff up there. They got people working 24 hours on these space stations up there in space where they can, like the scripture say, make their habitation.
Yeah.
You know,
What do
Chinese
people,
got stuff up there.
I was gonna say, what do people think all these super rich
Yeah.
doing with their money? They're just sitting on it? No, they're investing in the future.
Yeah.
And their future is not on earth. They're trying to make it to where they don't have to be down on mortal earth with the rest of the people.
Yeah, and the Lord is allowing you to do this
Yeah.
because He wanted you to fulfill His word. That's the only reason why He's allowing you to. All right, but He said, once you start to do that, I'm gonna start to bring your ass down.
You know,
He gonna knock you down many pegs. Okay.
Back to your base.
Yeah.
Your base, being a base man again, man.
Yeah. Because you know what they're really trying to do. They're when they go up there, they're really trying to see if they can figure out a space where they can dwell safely from the judgments that's taking place in the earth. You know, he's trying to find an escape. You know,
That ain't none.
yeah. You know, but we know that the Lord is going to bring their ass down. Okay, and that was who has something?
I have something too. I have one.
Go ahead.
This is Psalm 64:6. They search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
Yeah.
they believe the inward thought of it, their houses shall continue forever. So they're really believing their rulership is gonna never end, like they're the real Israelites.
Yeah.
Because they believe that was their birthright to have the forever kingdom. But they don't want the forever kingdom of heaven in righteousness. They want it in their own wickedness. And the Most High ain't with that. And He didn't choose them. Okay, so that's why He has to bring them down. But in the same time, it's decision time. The people got to make a decision who they gonna stand for. You gonna stand for righteousness with the Most High, or you gonna stand for the devil and his BS on earth? With this technocracy.
Choose ye this day.
This technocracy is appeals to you, and you think, that'd be cool to be able to. Most High gonna kill you, man.
They like these niggas thinking that they could actually go to space too.
Yeah.
You know,
You're gonna go to space, but you're gonna be a damn slave up there.
Hey, well, they can't go to space in the metaverse, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's about as good as
No
it's gonna
shit.
be.
In Elysium, they wouldn't let no niggas go up there.
Nah.
You wasn't allowed up there. If you was a so-called minority or
Matt
whatever.
Damon was white and he couldn't go on. You know what I mean?
You got to be of a certain tier,
Yeah.
level to go up there. You got to be an elite.
That's why these
Kanye, even though he's worth a billion, that nigga ain't getting up there.
Slave.
Still a slave, man. And they might discipline that nigga for some stuff he said recently.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
This is coming from the book of Job 11:20. But the eyes of the wicked shall fail, and they shall not escape, and their hope shall be as the giving up of the ghost.
Yeah. Yeah. You ain't getting away, man. The Lord is not going to allow no escape route for you. All right, Amos 9. All right, and it tells you that in Revelation how you're going to also try to go underground.
Yeah. They have the rock fall on us.
They building these underground what they call them
Domes.
Deep underground military bunkers.
They have these cities.
They got these little pathways and little highways down there and they're hoarding up all type of resources up under there.
Yeah. And they have all these these original paintings, original art.
Yeah.
They have all these things thinking that once the smoke clears, we got the originals. They got and we're gonna continue to rule. They have all the movies, all the original shit from everything down in this one military bunker in I think Colorado.
Yeah.
But they have them all over the place.
Yeah.
Where they have all these art, all this shit to think that
They got seeds.
yeah.
Kind.
Yeah.
That's
Real
in
seeds, not GMO.
That's in, I believe, Antarctica. The seed, basically the seed storage.
Yeah.
It's kept like at a certain degree within there, but they have thousands of, seeds, plants that are extinct now. They still have those seeds. Yeah.
But James 5:1. They hoarded everything, man, for the last days.
Yep.
All the wealth, all the resources, because they have the plan that they're gonna come out, because they look at themselves as the phoenix, the bird. They're gonna rise from the ashes.
Yeah.
You know. And,
No, a lot of people say and the eagle because of the position and the predatory nature of the eagle. But no one, because the eagle don't have a predator. If there's an eagle predator, it's the damn Edomite. He's the only one shooting birds out the sky like that. Okay, the eagle don't have a natural predator on the earth, so that's why they want to be that where they're the highest and can't nobody mess with them. Okay, take them off their throne. But little do they know the Creator in heaven is coming for them, man. They gonna send His Son to execute that plan.
I got some.
Yeah, I have some too.
Go ahead.
It's Sirach 16 and 13. It says, "The sinner shall not escape with his spoils, and the patience of the godly shall not be frustrated." So you're not gonna escape with your spoils, man. You know, you're not gonna cause all this dissension in the world. Just constantly just destroy it, pour up all the resources, extract them out of the earth, just completely just wreck the whole planet, cause all this war on the earth, and then you just gonna escape and go underground and then wait for the smoke clear for you to come back out and just inherit the earth. Hell to the no, that's not happening, man.
Because I think he thinks just like Charlton Heston on Planet H.
Yeah.
And oh shit, is this what we gotta deal with? Or we'll have this taken over in weeks, months. We'll have it. We'll have it right back.
Right. Yeah, it's not gonna that's it. And once this place is destroyed, that's pretty much curtain closed.
Yeah, right.
That's it. You're set on the stage is now exit stage left. You're not the man of the show anymore. Okay. Now your brother takes stage, and that's pretty much his stage for forever. That's how it's gonna go, man. All right. And was that Sirach 10 because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit? The kingdom is going to be translated from one people to another, and everything that you ordered up for yourself is going to be translated right into our possession.
Back into our possession.
You're gonna vomit everything up. You're gonna be abased.
Yep.
I have it. So there's Job 18:5. Yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him. Yeah,
you're not going to be the Lucifer,
right,
that you appear to be now. The enlightened ones, light bearers, the wise. Yeah, you're wiser than Daniel. None of that shit is going to actually prevent you from the judgment. You're still subject to the Heavenly Father annihilating your ass. Just wiping your whole shit off. It's going. This world is slated to pass away. It's going to be a new heaven and a new earth. Okay.
On earth.
Yeah.
On earth.
On earth.
New earth. On earth.
That's it, man.
So the steps of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast him down. For he is cast into a net by his own feet, and he walketh upon a snare.
Yeah, and your pride is what sets you up into your own trap. All the devices that you set for the people of the earth, you won't fall into it yourself.
Yeah.
Why not go to pit here, dove thee? He shall fall therein, or something to that effect.
Yeah. And the ultimate snare that he set for himself is when he created the nuclear missile.
Yeah.
When the Lord put the spirit on you devils, the Temanites, scientists to create that was pretty much it for you. Because you don't know that you that same device that you use to put your chest out, say that hey, nobody can make war with me, we're nuclear. Well, that's how you're gonna go out in a nuclear holocaust, man.
They thinking they gonna destroy everybody else.
Yeah,
everyone else appear with the same.
Yeah, because Isaac gave him that blessing, and he figured, well, I'm the only one with the blessing, so I'm just gonna continue to dominate. So that sword, your blessing, is going to become a curse to you.
Got it.
That's all that's going to happen.
They have a mentality of, if I can't rule, no one else can.
It's kamikaze.
Yeah.
And speaking of nukes, China, they going in on producing more nukes.
They keep flexing muscle every other day in China with these military parades, pointing out these new weaponry.
Yeah, recently they created some mock U.S. ships.
Yeah.
To practice target practice.
Mm-hmm.
So they're simulating war with you.
Yeah.
You know, and then Russia over there, they saying, if y'all provoke us, we just gonna go and take Ukraine.
Yeah.
We just gonna take that shit.
Yeah.
Ezekiel 38.
Yeah.
Turn the hooks.
Yeah, Russia been ready for war. They stay ready. They're just upgrading every other year. They upgrade their weaponry.
All of the nations since World War II have really been building their militaries up to this point that we're coming into.
Yeah, because Ukraine was a part of Russia. Soviet Union, Crimea, and China. They're gonna take Taiwan. Because Taiwan belongs to China. Man.
Yeah.
They've been having proxy wars where Russia will fund a certain little nation and America funds an enemy nation. They just go at it. They test each other's weapons on each other, but without actually facing each other yet.
Kind of like China does with North Korea.
Yeah, and what does that show? Pursuant to Habakkuk, the second chapter, that the Lord's going to basically raise these nations to come against them because they're trying to keep unto themselves all people.
Yeah.
They're trying to, basically they're never keepers at home.
Yeah, they're everywhere and everyone's business.
Yeah, just causing all type of mischief. So what's the Totten proverb? Woe to him that increases that which is not his. Why are you even over here? Why are you politicking over here?
Why you in there, you care about their affairs?
Yeah.
But that's Esau. Esau, scripture says, you never have enough. He's covetous. Covetous man, where you got the whole world, but you still want more.
Insatiable.
Yeah, insatiable. Yeah. Those specific countries that you're not, Iran, North Korea, Venezuela, that still have resources and that he's not satisfied with just what he has. He wants everything.
Yeah, you're talking about Iran as a threat. Yeah, they have how many? If you look at the map, they have all these military bases around Iran, bro.
In the U.S.
Yeah. So what are you doing over there?
Taking their old tankers and shit. Yeah.
And then even speaking on like that, Iran, America, how prideful they are, they broke the treaty first and then blamed Iran for breaking it.
Yeah.
The INF, nuclear, what is it called? International Nuclear, something like that.
Yeah.
But basically, it limited the nations to a certain percentage of uranium-235.
Yeah.
Because
I think that was under Trump.
It was under Trump.
Yeah.
And with that uranium-235, that's basically the base element in order to create the nuclear bombs. But what America did,
or renewable energy.
yeah, kind of renewable. The INF.
INF.
Yeah, INF.
Intermediate range nuclear forces treaty.
Yeah, kind of. America broke it first because they went over the limit, and then of course they sent their people over to Iran to see how the facility was doing, and then Iran went over a couple percent, but America backed out of it first, and then was like, oh well y'all did that. This is just how this devil get down, man. Because even if a nation isn't doing a lot of beefing up of their military at home, they're sending out their weapons or that certain specific equipment out to another nation, and they're beefing it up. Like I believe Russia sent some planes into Iran, and Iran just hooked them up, man. So it happens with all the nations that's a fellowship together, so to speak.
All these nations, even the ones that are Confederate and with America, they see they all have a common enemy.
Mm-hmm.
They see they're beginning to see. Of course, we know the main players: Iran, Russia, North Korea, China. But all
Israelis.
but all of them are seeing that who the problem is. You know,
I got a quick three. Psalms 55:20. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
That pegs exactly Esau, man.
Yeah.
And all them people, particularly ruling out of America.
Yep.
To speak with a forked tongue. He says one thing, does the opposite himself, but then persecute you for adjusting to what he just did.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
why y'all flinching on it? Because you flexing on him, man.
he was given that great sword to take peace from the earth.
Yep. And that's why it says in Obadiah that the Lord would make him smaller among the heathen and greatly despised.
Mhm.
That's why you just keep making more and more enemies, man. Nobody really want to deal with you.
Yeah.
They don't want to do deals with you like that. Even your own European allies don't want to deal with you.
Because Trump put sanctions on them.
Yeah.
You know, he tried to put sanctions on Canada and Mexico.
Yeah.
You know, he was putting sanctions on everyone, and these other nations they saw that almost as like it was a threat. It was like damn, I thought we had a deal. You know, that we had I want to say a partnership. What's the word? Agreement.
Yeah.
You know, on certain things, but that's the spirit of Esau. You never.
Scripture say it too. Scripture say if he won't be good to himself,
Oh,
tell him will he be good.
Right.
You know, so if he gonna do that to fellow Edomites, or even his own people in his own country, he don't give a shit about your other countries.
Mhm.
You know.
Right. That same verse in Sirach 14, he that is evil to himself, to whom will he do good? Because in that chapter is going into the mind of a covetous man.
You
A man that's so covetous, he doesn't care that his lust is so heavy that he's willing to eliminate everything around him to get what he wants.
Yeah.
And that's only going to destroy him in the end.
kamikaze.
You know, that's Esau in a nutshell. You know. So yeah, that's why it makes sense that the Lord's only going to allow him to go so far, and then the Lord's going to have to step in.
Yeah.
You know, he's going to have to step in.
So our brother posted that video. Said Japan joins U.S. to deploy 100,000 troops, 20,000 vehicles, and 120 aircraft. I can see the rest said near south up to Korea, but
More
Yeah.
of a joke, too.
Well, Japan gonna shoot missiles on America.
Yeah.
They forget Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Time, bro.
Yeah. Wait, what's
South
basically?
China Sea.
Yeah, it's South China Sea, and China been warning the U.S. for years about
Away from here, man.
fucking around in their waters, man. You know, but this devil he's bold like that. He's proud. So this is going to cause further conflict, and it tells you in Joel the 3rd chapter that he's going to prepare the mighty men. He said, wake up the mighty men, prepare for war.
Yeah.
Beat your plowshares into pointing hooks and your
Swords and
somebody get it. Somebody go to it.
I got a quick
Yeah.
title I want to read from an article on thesun.com. It says, U.S. military not well prepared for a confrontation with China amid World War III fears, experts warn ahead of Biden meet. So they know that's why America before they would be okay. Yeah, what you want to do? You know, but they know that these nations are fully equipped now.
They're advancing.
It kind of advancing to fight America toe to toe. So they're not. America's not so hasty to hop into confrontation because they know this is the war of wars. You know. But hey, though it Terry, wait for it.
Yep. The Mosai, he's mustering the host of the battle. You know, he's the Mosai is the one that's kind of stirring the pot, so to speak. All right, and eventually they're going to come to blows. That's when them arrows are going to get to flying. But the Lord's going to put the spirit on them to do it.
Yep.
All right.
Push the button.
Yeah, get that in Joel 3.
I got it.
Yep.
Joel 3:9.
Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war, wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong.
And that's why over these past few decades, it's been just the arms race.
Yeah. North Korea that starved their whole people out just to build up their nuclear capabilities.
Yeah. You know, we know Russia been doing it, and Babylon been doing it since the Cold War. You know, shit. And the reason why things haven't really escalated per se is because, you know, the Lord, he still had other things to accomplish, you know, or to fulfill prophetically. The elect being sealed, all right, the MOTB, him setting up the image of the beast. All these things have to, you know, take place. There's been several times where it could have got real. You know, the angels had to come and stop.
Didn't in Libya, he pressed the button. Gaddafi. They said Gaddafi pressed the button because it was in I guess a old what is the paper Muslims have? Final call.
Yeah.
It was in the final call. This one of the apostles that went into it. It was in the final call where they had said that he pushed the button, but a chariot, you know, knocked it down.
Yeah. See. Yeah. Yeah, get that?
I'll continue in verse 11. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened, and come up to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about.
Yeah, the Lord is just lining these nations up. You know, when they all end up over there with all their militaries over there, it's just the Lord setting them up, lining them up.
Because they got to get judged too. Because these nations, as it says in Revelations 18, they committed spiritual fornication with Babylon. They were, you know, they were with Babylon for you know, was it Psalms 83? They were against you, the children of Israel also. You know, so it ain't like they have the Lord's putting the spirit on them to take out Babylon, but they're going to get judged too. You
know. Real quick, it's from Blacklisted News. It says in Ukraine, the U.S. is risking war. It says there is fear in Russia that the U.S. is egging the Ukraine into a renewed act of conflict with its renegade Eastern Donbass region, and thereby into a war with Russia. You know, Eastern Bloc states that used to be a part of the Soviet Union. Russia is trying to reestablish that, man. You know,
that's the same thing with Korea. North Korea wants South Korea to pretty much become their nation because it is their people.
Yeah.
It's the same people. But who's in there? The U.S. They created that South Korean government.
It says the Russian buildup on Ukraine border streets control U.S. media. CIA Director Burns goes to Moscow, said to warn Moscow against military operations. Dmytro Yarash, appointed advisor to the commander-in-chief of the Ukraine Armed Forces, defense minister, resigns. November 4th, U.S. official visits Kiev. November 7th, Kiev says no indication of Russian buildup on border. What just happened? Moscow got its message across and Washington turned its puppet off? If so, nobody told Blinken. Hard to imagine anyone in Kiev thinks a good little war would improve the wretched situation. But Yarash might. This time, I think Moscow will use force. If they didn't get the hint in the spring, there's no point in more hints. Time for facts.
Yeah, America spread so thin, they ain't gonna be able to help Ukraine, man.
Yep.
They ain't gonna help Taiwan either.
They're everywhere, man.
Hey, like
That's how ancient Rome.
Well, yep.
That's
Word on
the
mouth.
same thing. Ancient Rome. That's how they felt.
Another reason ancient Rome felt is they were too dependent on slave labor.
You know,
And what is America? This is a prison camp, man.
Oh,
You know?
yeah. Wow. Yeah, man. So it's you can see everything is building up, man. That's how you know that we're getting closer and closer, man. The Lord said there will be wars and rumors of wars. You know, there will be a pestilence. There will be earthquakes in diverse places. We see these things happen.
Yeah.
So and these are only things. These are the main things that we should be, bringing to the forefront, bringing this awareness to Israel that hey, this is what the Lord said to look forward to let you know that he's basically going to be on his way. You know, instead, Jake and Israel want to just what the hell is Jake doing, man?
Jake's debating.
Yeah, Jake just want to debate all damn day.
they still trying to make money.
Yeah. Jake want to get into the music industry, music business. Jake want to. They say it's a waste of time trying to wait on Yahweh Shai. So, you got to forward your life in this world.
Go back to college.
Go back to school.
Buy some real estate.
Like, what time are y'all really living in, man? Are we living on the same earth? You not see what the hell is getting ready to happen? All hell is about to break loose, man.
Jake. It's just a year ago. This place was shut down, and Jake don't even remember that. Like, yo, you see that this place was shut down? That you know what I'm saying? And Jake act like that never happened.
They run back to sleep.
Yeah.
Remember was that the PPP?
Yeah.
The time they had with that PPP. I remember.
Yeah. That's gonna be to Jake's own downfall, man.
All them Jakes that took them PPP loans, man, Esau gonna want his money back. They're gonna take your ass to court, gonna say wire fraud and all these other charges gonna be brought up against you. It's one way you can get rid of, make all this go away. Then MOTB, and Jake gonna see them charges. They're gonna start throwing numbers at Jake, and Jake gonna be like, "Hey, yeah, sure. What I gotta do to make this go away?"
Yeah.
That,
Yeah, man. I don't. He was on to something.
Yeah, I was still in the Job 18. It's 11.
Yeah. Let me go back to
9. It's 9. The jinn shall take him by the heel, and the robber shall prevail against him. The snare is laid for him in the ground, and a trap for him in the way. Terror shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. His strength shall be hunger bidden, and destruction shall be ready at his side.
Yeah, the Lord is he's gonna set. See, the Most High, he set Esau up for the combination. The Lord's gonna do a combination on Esau.
Yep.
Esau ain't gonna see it coming, man. And he's gonna remind this devil that hey, you're just a man.
Yeah.
Remember, I raised you up to show my power. This devil, he's beside himself, man. He got he has a whole entire agenda for the next decade that he wants to get done.
Yeah.
From 2021 to
2030.
Yeah. He's got a list of whole shit that he wants to get done. Like who the hell you think you are, man? But that shows you the level of pride that he actually has.
The devil thinks he thinks he's the everlasting. He thinks he has no beginning and no end. He thinks like the scripture says, he thinks he's the Most High. That's how prideful this devil Esau, Edom, that's ruling right now has become. He can never be taken out. Everything that was created, he created it. And if
he recreated it.
He can make it better.
Yeah.
The damn nerve of this devil.
Yeah. I'm gonna create GMOs.
I'm gonna make food better for cheaper.
Make
Hey, I'm
people better.
I'm gonna make vegan human food.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make vegan food taste like human flesh.
I'm making nuggets, chicken nuggets in a factory.
Yeah, with no chicken.
With no chickens, nothing.
No eggs.
Just a specimen and some, come on.
Hey, roach milk, bro.
Yeah.
You got roach milk.
Out of his mind.
Milk and roaches, bro.
This is
I didn't even know roaches had milk.
You're trying to do all that, but meanwhile, you got over 26,000 tons of plastic waste in the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
All type of plastic gloves and masks from this whole pandemic.
Yeah.
Down there just destroying the marine life.
Man.
Still don't care, man.
And it's a righteous way to dispose of trash, waste, all of that, but he don't care. He doesn't, like the brother said, he
That's the shit he's making shouldn't have that type of waste anyway.
Yeah.
In the first place, all this, what's the word I'm looking for?
you said all this waste.
Process.
Oh
The
yeah.
whole process that he's going through to create. What's hard? Cheese is not hard to make, man. You don't need to process it.
Yeah.
to wrap it in plastic. You don't need plastic for that, man.
Yeah, like
Plastic is petroleum based.
Yeah,
Behind that invention was the Rockefellers, man.
Yeah.
Which is American counterpart of the Rothschilds, man. You know, and plastic don't even break down, man. You know.
And now he's working on a carbon tax.
Problem, reaction, solution.
Yep,
Esau starts the problem,
yep,
then he reacts to it, and the whole world got paid.
yep.
The whole world got paid.
and then he tell you, hey, it's your duty to clean this up.
Oh, yeah, he blames
It's
you.
his fault.
Yeah.
So it's because there's
Hey.
too many damn people.
Aren't they saying climate control is a disease now or something?
Yeah.
People that diagnosed with climate disease.
Esau's a dimwit, man.
That's
Stupid.
crazy.
He's destroying the earth, but he blames the everyday people. You know, it's you. You guys are eating too much. You're driving too much.
Taking up too much space.
That's why his plan, going back to what we started talking about, was that VR. Sit your ass at home and run up that electricity bill so you can pay me. And if you get out of line, I'll cut all your shit off.
Well, then you got the electricity going off on oil,
Yeah.
you know. And Nikola Tesla, he came up with the solution to, alternate current, run electricity for, that doesn't destroy the earth on the back end. Man.
Yeah.
And
But
they're
you
planning.
couldn't tax it the same.
Yeah.
They're planning on like not too far from now of regulating how much food you get, how much energy you get, how much your credit base, all that. You know.
See, this was Jake don't fucking.
Yeah.
Jake don't even fucking think like that, man. Don't think, the way we're talking. Jake don't even. They don't even think like that, man.
Yeah.
So you have to tell a nigga like, nigga, they're not gonna make Skittles no more. What?
Yeah.
Then they'll make
Some
kind of
some base understanding.
right.
Yeah.
Nigga, McDonald's gonna be closed forever. Do something.
Shit, that's
Now
good.
they gonna keep that McRib coming.
He just came back.
Yeah, you know that McRib gonna stay there.
Niggas eat that, man.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
love
niggas-
that shit,
I
bro.
know niggas get like 2 of them.
Yeah, need it. They need it when it come out.
I got a pretty. If someone had. Okay, you got it. You go, bro.
It's Revelation 11 and 18. It says, "And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come in the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth."
Yeah.
Esau right there, destroying the earth.
Part of that combination you were talking about, as everything's collapsing, then he'll, Yahweh the angels will come and hit that final knockout blow.
Yeah.
Then when he's click over the elect with them spiritual bodies, man, how you gonna combat that? They got complete control of all the elements. How you gonna combat that when everything you have is under rule of the elements?
Yeah.
What you gonna do about that? That's why you're gonna be completely taken off the earth at that same time. And that gift is a gift, isn't it? Is that what the word is said? Gift?
No.
What did it say? What was the word that said in there?
It said
Small and great. That
small and great. You talking about
In that verse.
I read it. I got it right here. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and thy time, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou should give reward unto thy servants the prophets.
Reward was the word I'm looking for.
reward to the prophets.
So when that reward comes of the salvation of those spiritual bodies and all of that, hey man, that's time for you to go all the way down. You ain't gonna make it past that time. Okay, because there's not gonna be a situation that you can prevail in. Being you're gonna have to stand on righteousness, and you can't stand on that. So that's who's gonna be standing in the earth, commanding the vibration of the earth.
Yeah, and Al-Shai got the technology to basically, clean up the plastic, man. Dissolve it, man.
Yeah.
Because he can't dissolve plastic. Man.
Nope.
John, hey, there's even videos of the chariots, taking the chemtrails out there, man.
Yeah.
I've actually seen that literally happen. I've seen I saw a chemtrail, and I saw something bright fly right by the chemtrail. And I thought I was tripping. I'm like, man, is that a plane just flying over it?
Yeah.
But I noticed that it kept moving both directions, and then another one came. I was like, oh, there ain't no planes.
Like erasing it.
Yeah, and then it was just like the magic eraser and shit.
Yeah.
It was just getting. I was like, oh shit, So, hey, everything's gonna be put back in its rightful order, man.
First.
The earth is gonna get basically a makeover, so to speak.
Yeah.
And we're gonna use you nations when we subjugate you. Yahweh Shai, subjugate you. We're gonna use you, and you're gonna be out there working.
Yeah.
You're gonna help to make over the earth,
And
at least the earth part.
And they'll understand why this is the righteous way
Mm-hmm.
to live, to conduct yourself.
Yep. That's you're gonna put on. You're gonna dig all them ditches and holes, and you're gonna put all them dead bodies. That's gonna be the first thing you do. Put them dead bodies into the ground.
It's gonna take a minute.
It's gonna be a while. There's gonna be a lot of dead bodies, man.
I know if he just to do it.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna start to clean up the ash and the rubble, and then you're gonna build the ruins. You're gonna build from that. All right. You had something? You had something.
Yeah, I got a quick brief.
Go ahead.
This is Sirach 10:4, and it reads, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. Because right now, I read 3, an unwise king destroys the people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. So Esau is that unwise king that the scripture is speaking about, man. As you always say, he treats the earth like a rental car that's not in his name, man.
Yeah.
So what? Everything, as the scripture tells us, the earth is destroyed under the inhabitants thereof, man.
Yep.
But so that means what? The fresh earth has to come back to its estate. Because if Esau is the end of this world, and the scriptures say Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, and the world is made for our sakes, that means we gotta have the inheritance of a new, a fresh, perfect world, man, where everything is in unity. Because here everything is in disunity. Everything fights one against another. The food chains are broken. When you look at just nature in itself, and you have too many predators here, you have too many prey here, so everything is unbalanced.
You got animals that is so-called extinct.
Yeah, kind of shit is that, man?
Order, bro.
This nigga E, he'll go where he'll dictate a certain season, and you can kill as many as these animals as you want. And that's all making the earth unbalanced, man. Everything is supposed to flow. Even down into the earth's lubrication, man, being the oil. All the oil ain't supposed to be sucked out of the earth. That's why you have so many.
Ain't none of it really.
Yeah, that's why you have so many earthquakes. Because the tectonic plates, they're supposed to be basically moving underneath that mantle, to where everything is moving in unity, man. Everything is joined together.
Yeah.
But this devil sucks the earth for its nutrients, for its resources, for that gain, because his appetite is insatiable. And next thing you know, what? Hey, you have sinkholes, you have earthquakes, you got all these problems, man. He's the root of all evil. You know, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the face of the judge thereof. If not, where who is he, man?
Yeah,
This is all Esau.
It tells you that Habakkuk, he's as deaf.
Yeah.
Just thinking that he enlarges the sun.
He's as deaf, man.
As
So
deaf,
that's why a physician has to cut off a lung disease.
Yeah.
You know,
And
Esau is that cancer.
God,
He's that cancer.
That physician.
Yeah.
And Yahushua is going to be the physician that's going to cut it off.
He's going to heal humankind.
Yeah.
Starting with the elect.
Yeah.
The nation of Israel.
That was there. That was in Job. You want me to go back there? Or did another brother have
Job 18, we read.
Unless another brother has something else.
I had Revelation 12, but it kind of passed.
Is back in Job 18. This is 18 and 13. It shall devour the strength of his skin, even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors. It shall dwell in his tabernacle, because it is none of his. Brimstone shall be scattered upon his habitation.
That's the nukes.
God. Oh,
That's them nukes, man. The Lord gonna make it rain on his ass. All right, and not the rain like they do in the club, in the strip club. No, this is a different kind of rain. Not the rain that happened during the first death either.
Yeah.
The Lord said He wasn't gonna do that again. That's why we still see the rainbow. No, it's a different kind of rain.
Hot rain.
Yeah, the hot one.
It's gonna be fiery. The Lord gonna rain fire and brimstone on that ass, man. All right.
He said he's gonna melt y'all.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, if I can get it real quick, this is Psalms. It is the book of Psalms 11, and verse 6. Upon the wicked he shall rain snares, fire and brimstone, in a horrible tempest. This shall be the portion of their cup. You know, that tempest is that great wind. You know, that the Lord got the angels currently holding back before He wipes your shit clean, man. It says that He's gonna sweep you with the besom of destruction. You know, because this current world is trash, it's filth. So he's gonna take that instrument and He's gonna sweep you with it. It's gonna let off a wind. That's the nukes. Those fanners, man.
What did it say? He shall fly away like the dust, the sand, or the dust or something.
I think it's in Job.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a dream.
That's how deep the sweep is gonna be.
Yeah. You gotta sweep the trash out, man.
The vapor that your life was will be swept away forever. No one will ever know that you ever existed, only by legend.
Man. The Lord's gonna use this one sweep, which is the nukes, to wipe out your whole. It took you hundreds of years to come up with all this and build all this, but He's gonna sweep it out in an hour.
Yeah, it's like a sand castle.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it took
And
you
also
all
let the
that
ocean
time.
come through
All that time, you put all that effort in, man, just for a wave to come over and knock that shit down, man.
Though you shall build, I will throw down.
1,000 some odd years later, Esau's gonna be wiped out, man.
Yeah.
That's the human extinction right there of not human extinction, though, race extinction. You know?
Genocide.
That was it.
Yes, a little bit more. This is 16. His roots shall be dried up beneath, and above shall his branch be cut off. His remembrance.
That's talking about cutting off his line.
Yeah,
Posterity.
Yeah.
His remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the street.
And notice this doesn't apply to no other nation but him. All the other, everybody else don't get to live, you know, and be in earth.
Yeah.
Especially after the 1,000 years is over with, these other nations, they go after they got vengeance and
Yeah.
You know, they get taught the law.
Yeah.
They're gonna go back to their lands and live according to
The law.
our way, which is the law, statutes, and commandments, man. And reigning with Yahweh Shai 1,000 years doesn't mean that we're only going to live for 1,000 years. By the way,
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
that's dealing with that 1,000-year reign is going to be us subjugating the nations and putting everything back in its rightful order.
Hey, why would it say world without end?
Right.
Yeah.
You know, shall take the kingdom forever, even forever and ever.
Right.
I mean, there's too many of those. You gotta they read over stuff like that, and miss it or forget about it, or just trying to be different. You know.
Right.
Therefore, you put yourself out there.
I got some. Psalms 21 and verse 8. Thine hand shall find out all thine enemies. Thy right hand shall find out those that hate thee. Thou shalt make them as a fiery oven in the time of thine anger.
Hey, and I gotta say this: all the nations, and especially the Edomites, and even the 2/3, they're about to prove that they hate the Most High. And Yahweh Shai is gonna discover them, man, and they're gonna catch their judgment. And that judgment's gonna be to eat that missile with laser fire.
The Lord shall swallow them up in his wrath, and the fire shall devour them. The fruit shalt thou destroy from the earth, and their seed from among the children of men.
Yeah, their whole family line gone. Babies, women, children, all of that. Their whole DNA is gonna be gone.
For,
Ain't nobody gonna be making a half Edomite baby. You know what I mean? With a woman, they gotta go too. Right.
for they intended evil against thee, they imagined a mischievous device, which they are not able to perform.
Yeah, their mischievous devices to get rid of Israel, the true Israelites, pursuant to Psalms 83.
Yeah.
You know.
Let us cut them off from being a nation.
Yep.
I got something to
That
go
was
with.
it.
You're not going to be able to perform that because the seed of Israel is the days of Israel is innumerable. The Lord will not forsake his inheritance. We're the lot of his inheritance, man. So that'll never change. He said you can't even if you can number the constellations, if you can make the moon stop shining at night and the sun stop shining in the daytime, then I'll cause the nation of Israel to cease from before me.
What do they say? What do they say? Go to the depths of the sea.
Yeah.
Also, yeah.
Yeah, man. So that was it.
I had something to go with you, Red, just real quick. This is Psalms 33:10. The Lord bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught. He maketh the devices of the people of no effect.
I'll read the next one.
The counsel of the Lord standeth forever, the thoughts of his heart to all generations.
There it is. The Lord already declared the end from the beginning.
Yeah.
So you don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Whatever it is you're going to do, the Lord, he got you doing it because you're subject to his will and what he said. All right. So hey, at the end of the day, the Most High Yahweh Shai is going to get the ultimate say so. And guess what? You wasn't chosen. Jacob was chosen. So the promise goes to Jacob. All right, the blessing goes to Jacob. You're not gonna just offset what the Most High got going. You know what I'm saying? Just to think that you're gonna.
Yeah.
You're not the Most High.
Right.
You're not.
Yeah. You think he's gonna change what was already written?
Yeah.
You know.
Oh man, all things obey his will. All right, so I don't know if y'all got anything else. If not, we can. That was it. Okay, Khan. So we're gonna close out and the water to you, brother Salakia, who wasn't able to read y'all precepts. I already know y'all brothers was lighting it up. And hey, just continue to watch as well as pray. All right, continue to pay attention and focus on you know, the things that are needful for you in these final times, you know, and basically build yourself up, man.
Your spirit.
Build your spirit up, okay? Because this devil, he's gonna come full throttle with it, but hey, be of good cheer, like Yahweh Shai said. This devil ain't gonna win. He out of there. He's through. All right. So with that, we're gonna give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh,
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakwadash.
the ones to the elder apostles of the great millstone, and as always, peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.